Yo, this is Soul Drum 86 bringing you another video. So as you guys have been hearing in all of my gameplay or video, well, just my video game talk videos, I was saying I'm not gonna get WWE 2K24. Not gonna get it as of right now. I'm not gonna get it. I just kept talking like that because I was just getting sick of the same old, same old. Well, it looks like the 2K devs said, Soul Drum, hold my beer, hold our beer. Yo, they are really going for it this year. Now, I don't know what happened. We're going to get into some of the things that the game has implemented this year because there are several things. And you guys by now have saw all of the videos. You guys have seen all of the stuff on like Reddit or Twitter or X or, all of that stuff. You guys already know all of this stuff, but I'm going to cover it as well. This is the first time in a long time that I have legit been excited about 2K. In years past, it's kind of been, I'm so used to playing wrestling games that I just get it because it was the only wrestling game for so long. The only one to me worth getting. Like Fire Pro Wrestling is cool, but it's graphically, it's and all of that, and some of the other stuff is just not my cup of tea. I even own the game. I got it for a really cheap price a while ago. And then, AEW Fight Forever, but we see how that turned out. Now, I don't know what made 2K go crazy this year because, look, for one, I know that any competition is good competition when it comes to gaming. Any competition. Look at the years when NBA Live was out simultaneously with NBA 2K. NBA 2K would show out every single time. When NBA Live went away for a while, NBA 2K still putting out good games, but they would be a little stagnant. NBA Live shows back up. And then NBA 2K shows out. Even though it was the better game by far, it was like they wanted to put their foot on their neck. And that's kind of what it feels like is going on with WWE 2K24. It's like AEW Fight Forever came out, and even though AEW Fight Forever isn't the better game, it's the lesser game. It's like 2K was like, no, we're about to put our foot on your neck right now. I think the biggest takeaway from everything that is added this year for WWE 2K24, finally, and remember, I covered this in my video. If you remember several videos back, I covered this and I talked about how it felt like the devs had fun making the SmackDown versus Raw series, making the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain and all of those games. It felt like the devs had fun making WWF No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. But with WWE 2K, it always just felt business as usual. It just felt, hey, let's just do this here. Let's just do this there. Never really doing anything to add any fun to the game. And I'm not talking about controls fun. I'm talking they never went outside of the box and really tried anything. And when they would, it would be weird attempts like, oh, let's do big head mode. I think that was like in 2K19. It was in one of the 2Ks where you could do big head mode. They would try, but it would just be so lackluster. But my God, WWE 2K24 is actually looking like it's going to be a legit game. Like a legit, like this is right now with everything that 2K24 has in it. This is looking like the best WWE 2K game that has ever come out since 2K15 on the PS4. Not 2K15 on PS3. Those were good. But 2K15 from the PS4 and up to current time, this is most likely going to be the best 2K game. I'm shocked, and I've been saying this in comment sections to the people that I follow. I'm excited, but I'm also shocked at how much they've added into this game. Let's start with 40 years of WrestleMania, which is right up my alley. Right up my alley. I'm going to love to do this mode. And by the way, I will be doing 40 years of WrestleMania on my channel. I just want to get that out of the way. 40 years of WrestleMania will be done on this channel. I will be going through all 39 WrestleManias with you guys, right? You're going to see me complete that. Um, might see me lose a couple times too, but but so we got 40 years of WrestleMania. We got multiple WrestleMania 39 matches. What it looks like, they showed the Bianca Belair match. They showed the what was it, Rhea Ripley match from 39, and they showed the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns match from WrestleMania 39. And then they show you like the Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker match. They show you Bret Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13. They show the iconic Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. This is going to be amazing. That alone, I was like, okay, my ears perked up because I was like, that's what I wanted. I wanted when YouTubers started speculating that it was going to be 40 years of WrestleMania. I was like, oh, that's absolutely what I need right there. 40 years of WrestleMania, give it to me. But it didn't stop there. Normally, 2K adds one match type, and it takes a while for them to add a match type. But usually, when they do, it's just one. Like last year, War Games, and that was it. They got special guest referee, gauntlet match, ambulance match, and casket match. They went crazy. They went crazy. Like that, they're listening now. Again, I don't know if this is because of Ultra Pro Wrestling coming out. I don't know if this is because of AEW Fight Forever. I think it's a little bit of, I think it is. I really do. I think it's one of those things where 2K was like, listen, we're not even about to be forgotten, because AEW, I mean, even though they wouldn't be, it's a WWE product, but Ultra Pro Wrestling sounds good. If you are a wrestling fan, if you are a wrestling video game fan, Ultra Pro Wrestling sounds amazing. And then when you look at AEW Fight Forever, even though AEW Fight Forever still has a lot of work to do, it's still competition because it is a wrestling game. A very different wrestling game. Nonetheless, it is a wrestling game with a rival company. It's the rival company to WWE. And it's like 2K was like, nah, we pulling out all the stops. Let's go to more of what they added. They added new gameplay things. Like they got like this new back and forth mechanic in the game. Like it's like a mini game. You can change camera angles now, which is something that we have been begging for them to do for a long time. You can change camera angles, and it says you can do it. It says you can do it during live gameplay. So I don't know if that means press start and then go to and select your camera angle, which I would love, or I don't know if you can literally do it on the fly. It's kind of hard the way that it's explained. It's kind of hard to understand like what they mean, but nonetheless, you can change camera angles. They'll definitely go into more detail with that. And here's the part that really made me happy. I mean, everything so far has made me happy, but here's the part that really got me. In my last video, again, when I was talking about games and I had, SmackDown versus Raw and Shut Your Mouth in my ring, when I had both game cases and I talked about devs having fun. One of the things that you can do in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is when you're outside and it's winter, you can have the snowball fights. You can throw snowballs, right? They just went for it. You can jump on top of buildings. You can get on a helicopter and all of this different stuff, right? Well, WWE 2K24, the backstage area has expanded. They have added more interactions with different pieces of the environment. The vending machine, you can throw bottles of pop or cans of pop, whatever it's going to be, but you can throw sodas at your opponent. That's what I'm talking about. And there was some other stuff in there too, I think they talked about, but the fact that they got a vending machine and you can start throwing pops at whoever you're fighting, that's what I'm talking about. These games don't have to be so run-of-the-mill, just do the bare minimum. That's what all these 2K games, all they ever did was just do the bare minimum. That's it. And it got annoying year after year after year after year. But to add the amount of match types that they did, Now, things are still up in the air with universe mode. Universe mode, again, it always sounds good. They did add more cutscenes. They did talk about specifically, they said something about having brawls. Now, if this means that they have cutscenes backstage, I might do a universe mode on my channel again too. If they have a nice variety of cutscenes where everything doesn't have to involve the ring area before, middle, and after a match, then I'll be happy. But we gotta wait and see about universe mode. Universe mode might not get touched this year from me. I'm just saying. Um, and I know I'm probably missing some things because there's so much that they added to this year's game. This feels like back in the day when the SmackDown versus Raw series would add a lot to the game. That's what this feels like. And I'm thinking to myself, man, why couldn't you guys do this before? I'm trying to literally figure it out. After all the news that came out today, which there's going to be more news coming out. Out of everything that came out today, I'm confused, but I'm also happy on. I'm thinking, what took so long, 2K? Was this what you wanted to do when you were working with Ukes and they didn't want to do it? But at the same time, when you think about it, Ukes, they've always done great stuff with all the other wrestling games that they made. So a lot of people, including myself, always thought that it was a 2K issue, not a Ukes issue. But I mean, I can't be upset at what I'm seeing. I could not be upset at what I'm seeing. This game, guys, is going to be good. Look, listen, I guess I can still say proceed with caution because this is 2K, but from everything that they added, it finally feels like the devs are getting it. When you just read what's in it, just when you just read the write-ups, right, that are online about what is in the game, the press release that they did for every little detail that's in this year's game, you get the sense, damn, you guys actually have fun making this game. That's what it sounds like. And that's what it looks like, to be honest with you. Finally, it looks like the 2K devs were having a ball making this game. So yeah, I'm excited now. Now I'm excited. Now I got a game to play. I've talked about it in previous years. I've talked about it in previous videos. I feel like the gaming industry is really not for me for the most part. There's a lot of games still that come out that are like good here and there. Like again, I keep going back to RoboCop and Spider-Man being like the two newest games that I had played being great. I loved the Final Fantasy VII remake, but the one that's coming out, the part 2, the rebirth, it's open world. And for me, I'm not a fan of open world games. So that's a game that I'm going to pass on. Not a fan of it, man. I'm not a fan of open world games. I like linear experiences. And I don't, it's not like I dislike all open world. It's just that for certain games, I'd rather it be linear and I'd rather I personally wanted the second part to the Final Fantasy VII to play a lot like the first one, just new missions and new some other stuff, but not open world. But I've talked about it in the past that, the gaming industry, how it's become, but damn, did 2K knock it out of the park already? And I don't know I don't know if this is Brian Williams coming back and finally getting in the ear of the top dogs at 2K and saying like, look, no, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, we've got to start making this game a fun experience. Something happened behind the scenes. I don't know what it is personally. I don't, because when you really look at 2K22 and 23, yes, it's better than 20, but that's it. There's a lot of people online that still prefer 2K19 over 2K23 and 2K22. So seriously, what happened? You guys let me know in the comments what you think what happened on why this game is what it is. Why they added so much in this year's game and they just went all out. I want to hear your speculations. I really do. Mine is simply because of AEW Fight Forever and Ultra Pro Wrestling coming out this year. I think it's one of those things where, and Ultra Pro Wrestling is a small game, right? It's a smaller game because it's made by just a couple people. It's an indie project, but you know, still it sounds great. Wrestling Code. Don't know when the Wrestling Code's coming out, but the Wrestling Code is another one. I don't know if 2K just felt we got to step up because these other games are being innovative in certain ways. There's new weapons. I forgot to mention the new weapons in 2K24. Microphones, trash cans, all this stuff back in the game. I'm excited, man. Like again, I'm probably missed some stuff, right? I didn't look at the notes while I was doing this video. I just kind of talked about the things that stuck out to me. And again, I probably missed some things, but let me know what you guys feel in the comment section. I know some of you are probably really happy because I will be bringing 2K gameplay back. 2K24 will be on this channel heavy. I'm doing the 40 years of WrestleMania with you guys, so you can watch me play that. We'll have a ball, man. Again, it's still up in the air about the universe mode. I have to see what universe mode has before I start putting it on my channel and being happy about doing it. You know what I mean? Like, my rise could happen. Also, that's another disappointment. Like they say, my rise has some new things, but you still can't pick from the existing roster. I want them to make a story mode where I can pick a wrestler of my choice. I don't want to create. I really don't. And I want it to be by default. I don't want to do the workaround where you can like do it through community creations and pick any wrestler. Because then what if we're doing the story mode and you have to fight the wrestler that you're using? Like say if you use Cody, but Cody is in the story mode for my rise. It's going to be two Codys on screen. That looks stupid. So it is what it is, man. But look, guys, let me know what you feel in the comment section, man. I'm excited. Let me know if you guys are excited, cautiously excited. I still have a little bit of caution myself. Don't get it twisted. I still got a little bit of cautiousness myself, but man, 2K24 is shaping up to be pretty nice. I did not expect them to add all of that. Yeah. So now with the base that they have now, all they have is to go forward and implement more and more and more each year. Now they can finally build on something. Yeah, I'll be doing a review of the game too when it comes out. So, all right, man, let me know what you feel in the comments, man. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Seriously, I want to know everybody's speculation about why they think 2K24 just went crazy and added all of this stuff when they've never added this much in previous games. Never in a year's time have they added this much. It's always been incremental. And then like one big thing, they got several big things that they've added. That's crazy to me. All right, y'all, this is Soldier 86 and I'm out. Peace.